The Lotus Sutra, Chapter 21, Divine Powers of the Tathagata. At that time, all the bodhisattvas, the great ones, who had sprung up from the earth, equal in number to the specks of dust of 1,000 worlds, put their palms together in complete attention before the Buddha, reverently looking up at his face, and said to him, "World-honored one, after the extinction of the Buddha, in whatever lands the world-honored one is embodied, wherever he has become extinct, we will teach this sutra everywhere. Why? Because we too want to gain this true and pure great Dharma, to embrace, read and recite, explain, copy, and make offerings to it." When the world-honored one revealed his great divine powers before Manjushri and the other innumerable hundreds of thousands of billions of bodhisattvas, the great ones, who had lived in this world for a long time, as well as monks, nuns, laymen and laywomen, gods, dragons, asuras, chimeras, he extended his long and broad tongue until it reached up to the Brahma world, while light of immeasurable and innumerable colors radiated from every pore, illuminating everything, everywhere, throughout the worlds in all directions. Under all the jewel trees, the Buddhas, seated on lion seats, did the same thing, extending their long, broad tongues and radiating immeasurable light. While Sakyamuni and all the other Buddhas under the jewel trees were displaying their divine powers, hundreds of thousands of years went by. After that, they drew back their tongues, coughed simultaneously, and snapped their fingers in unison. These two sounds went through all the Buddha worlds in all directions, and all these lands trembled and shook in the 6 ways. Thanks to the divine powers of the Buddha, all the living beings in these worlds saw in this world the innumerable unlimited hundreds of thousands of billions of Buddhas seated on the lion seats under all the jewel trees, and they saw Shakyamuni Buddha together with abundant treasures Tathagata sitting on a lion seat in the treasure stupa. And they also saw the innumerable unlimited hundreds of thousands of billions of bodhisattvas, the great ones, and the 4 groups reverently surrounding Sakyamuni Buddha. Having seen this, they were all filled with great joy, having obtained something they never had before. At the same time, heavenly beings in the sky sang with loud voices, quote, "Beyond these innumerable unlimited hundreds of thousands of billions of countless worlds, there is a land named Saha, and in it there is a Buddha named Shakyamuni. For the sake of all bodhisattvas, the great ones, he now teaches the great vehicle sutra called the Lotus Flower of the Wonderful Dharma, the Dharma by which bodhisattvas are taught and which Buddhas watch over and keep. You should rejoice from the depth of your hearts. Make offerings to Shakyamuni Buddha." All those living beings, having heard the voices in the sky, put their palms together facing this world and exclaimed, "Praise to Shakyamuni Buddha! Praise to Shakyamuni Buddha!" Then they took various flowers, incense, garlands, banners, and canopies, as well as personal ornaments, gems, and other wonderful things, and together from afar scattered them in the direction of this world. The things scattered from every direction came like gathering clouds, which changed into a jeweled canopy, covering the whole area above the Buddhas. Then passage between all the worlds in all directions became unobstructed, uniting them as one Buddha land. At that time, the Buddha spoke to superior practice and the multitude of other bodhisattvas, quote, "The divine powers of Buddhas, as you have seen, are innumerable, unlimited, inconceivable. Even if for the sake of entrusting this sutra to others, I were to use these divine powers to declare its blessings for innumerable, unlimited, hundreds of thousands of billions of countless eons, I would be unable to exhaust them. In brief, all the teachings of the Tathagata, all the unhindered divine powers of the Tathagata, the hidden core of the whole storehouse of the Tathagata, and all the profound matters of the Tathagata are proclaimed, demonstrated, revealed, and preached in this sutra. Therefore, after the extinction of the Tathagata, you should all wholeheartedly embrace, read, and recite, explain and copy, and practice it as you have been taught. In any land where anyone accepts and embraces, reads and recites, explains and copies and practices it as it is taught, or wherever a volume of the sutra is kept, whether in a garden, or in a woods, or under a tree, or in a monk's cell, or in a layman's house, or in a palace, or in a mountain valley, or an open field, in all these places you should put up a stupa and make offerings. Why? You should understand that all such places are places of the way. One who can embrace this sutra is one who has already seen me, as well as abundant treasures, and all the Buddhas embodying me. Such a one also sees me today teaching and transforming bodhisattvas. Anyone who can embrace this sutra will cause me and my embodiments and the already extinct abundant treasures Buddha all to rejoice. The Buddhas present in all directions and those of the past and future will also be seen and be given offerings, and led to rejoice by such a person. Anyone who embraces this sutra before long will surely gain as well the hidden core of the Dharma, attained by the Buddhas in their places of the way. One who embraces this sutra will delight in endless teaching meanings of what has been taught, with their names and expressions, like a wind in the sky, which never meets obstacles. After the extinction of the Tathagata, anyone who knows the sutras preached by the Buddha, their causes and conditions and proper order, will teach them truthfully in accord with their true meaning. Just as the light of the sun and moon can dispel darkness, such a person working in the world can dispel the gloom of living beings, leading innumerable bodhisattvas finally to dwell in the one vehicle. Therefore, one who has wisdom, hearing of the blessings to be gained after my extinction, should embrace this sutra. Such a person will be determined to follow, without doubts, the Buddha way.